Hey there YouTube, it's PD Two Finger, and I just wanted to show you guys the project that I just finished up here. It's a powered mixer. So there's an MP3 player here that has a TIFF card slot. Here's an amplifier, these volume, and then I got to put some knobs on here. I think it's sub volume or volume, master volume, treble, satellite volume, and then sub volume. Because the amp is 2.1, it's two satellite speakers and a sub. So sitting on top of the unit and secured with this plumber's tape is a Behringer battery powered mixer. This is a 1002B, and it takes three 9-volt batteries on the inside of it to run it. One of those 9-volt batteries is to activate the phantom power, which is an extra 48 volts to power a condenser microphone, which we're not using that for this application. We're not running any microphones. We are running in a stereo line level guitar signal and a mono bass signal. So there's a bass preamp that has the bass effects in it. We've got like an analog preamp, and then we got a couple digital ones. The analog one has a buffer, a auto wah, a compressor, a mixer for the distortion circuit, and then a 2-band EQ. So that bass signal will come in through up into here. These two will be probably where the guitar come in, and then these two here on this line with this EQ goes to this MP3 player, and that's where we put our drum loops. So the when we're jamming, this is going to be drums, stereo. This is going to be stereo guitar, 5 and 6 here, or is it here? I don't know. And then the bass will be down here. So I'll probably mark that with tape. As far as how the thing, the outputs, inputs and outputs, there's locking speaker jack, right satellite, left satellite, and sub. And then here's the fuse for the power amp. Here's the power connector. I didn't use a 2.1 mil DC because the power amp runs at 48 volts. It's a little bit more of a beefy. So how it works is, instead of using 9-volt batteries inside this mixer, there is a power pack of 18650 type rechargeable lithium-ion batteries inside of this. So that's why there's two power switches. This power switch turns on the MP3. This power switch supplies power to the mixer, which is dual 9 volts. Now, I mentioned this mixer works on three 9-volt batteries. Well, that third 9-volt battery is for the phantom power only, so that cut me free of one less 9-volt battery to worry about. The unit stock runs 3 hours on a pair of 9-volt batteries. So it gobbles power. So what I did, because we're going to be wanting to play all day, and I do always have the option to plug it in, but I prefer doing battery just as a challenge. So to power the mixer, the MP3 player, these two batteries here go up to this switch and down to the MP3. So let's see if that works. There we go. Hi. And then this is 12 volts, 12.5. and it's buddied up with this another 12.5. So these two 12.5s are wired together to double the capacity. They don't double up to hit 24 volts, they double up to hit two 12-volt packs. And that runs up here to this voltage regulator, which I've adjusted. So 12 volt comes in and 9.06 volts comes out. Same thing with these two packs. So this mixer here runs off of one 9-volt battery is this, and this is 1.5 amp, I think, is how much the maximum throughput of current. And I have yet to test this. I have not tested it out. Do I dare do this on camera? There we go. So the real test will be when any smoke. This on, you see the lights here, and I just turned it on and the lights didn't sag. So that's a pretty good sign that this is going to work. And here's the power amp. I'm excited about this power amp. This is really heavy. It's got one safety, so I'm just going to hold this. And we're always going to have a helper when I'm working with this, meaning my partner, Empty, my lovely assistant, will be here making sure that I don't put any of these in backwards, because that's what I love to do. I did it today. I just didn't tell her. This power amp is rated, it's a Class D power amp, and it's rated at 150 watts for the right channel, 150 watts for left channel, and 300 watts. Well, it's like a 600 watt, that's what it's rated at, and we're going to be running it at its peak 48 volts. So that's why the hefty, this is an aviation style connector. So the battery that's going to power this device is a e-bike 48 volt battery that sits on the back of a bicycle. It's an e-bike. So this sits on, it's a big old battery. I don't have it here. It's in the other room, but trust me, it's a 48 volt, and it's what it is. It's full of these. They're all in here. It's full of the lithium-ion rechargeables, and that should give us 8 hours at least. So that's the mini PA that we built here. I haven't tested it yet. We did the aviation style connector yesterday. I was waiting for that to come in via eBay China, and it finally arrived, and it's all wired up and ready to go. I do need a handle, and I might even put two handles on here because it's really heavy. And we've got one on our old, they're like $3 for the handle. I think I ordered one. I have to look and see. But basically, when we get to the location, the remote spot, I slap this down, I screw in the power connector for the large battery, and then we pop in right satellite, left satellite, and sub. One cable from the base preamp, stereo signal coming in from my pedal board, and that's it. We're ready to go. So it's a super easy setup. I have the power supply for this, and there is a wall outlet at the remote location where we play. So we very well can cheat. We've never used AC, and I'm thinking I might start doing it. We've never been hassled. We've never seen a cop or anybody. We're just worried about somebody coming up and griping about us using the city's power for our own devices. But that's the battery-powered PA. You could do something like this if you were going to do a desert session or something out in the middle of nowhere. This is neat because you have the ability. We modified the MP3 player. There's a play button here, play and pause. So we soldered a pair of wires onto that switch and then to this foot switch jack. So I plug in a little foot switch here, and I can manually queue up what song, and then I can step on the foot switch and we'll hear the 4 count and we begin to play. So the system works really well for us. This is probably the 4th system like this that I've built. Seems like every year I kind of upgrade. And have we ever had a problem with any of the systems that I've built? Nope, not a single issue. So knock on wood, and yeah, I'm a raging, unbelievable. Let me know how much I failed you in the comments, how untalented, and make sure you come back and thumb down every single one of my videos till the end of time. Peace.